Hi guys, it's Kasia from Tafalarota. I just wanted to share a few thoughts with you. It's going to be a mishmash video. First of all, I wanted to ask you if you've got decks at home that you usually don't use. You love them because of the artwork, but you don't use them, and then at some point you pull them out and it's like a lightning bolt going through you, and they give you like this most amazing busting you open readings, because it happened to me recently, and it happened with the Wild Quanine Oracle. I'm not such a great fan of Alana Fairchild books. It's just too much writing for me. But recently I was quite affected by all the events in the world. I mean, like the Black Lives Matter and the attacks in France and UK Brexiting from European Union, and all of these things just kind of really put me down. And I was waking up thinking, well, like, what can I do, and how, as an individual, I can like deal with it, because I could feel like the pain of the people, and this dissatisfaction with how the world around me is. And somehow the Wild Quanine Oracle came to mind, so I've done this reading, and at some point I got Three of Swords, and I asked the cards, how can I deal with this pain and disconnection, and how can I like create wholeness in myself, because this is the only way forward. It's only when I feel peaceful within myself that I can be of some kind of help to this satisfied world. I have to have satisfaction within me to be able to share it outside, and that will change my reality as well, and maybe reality of those people around me. So each of us in a way has to find strength and like power within to strive for this peace, even when the outside environment seems to be so all over the place. So when I ask this question, like, what can I do, and I pulled this card, and I kind of nearly bursted into tears, because it seems like the card was telling me what right with the spirit, wild spirit unbroken. So all my thoughts of like finding the peace within and trying to stay centered despite that everything around me seems to be kind of falling apart. The unbroken spirit, it's something which I should hold on to and really make sure that this is what I can offer other people. So when I read also in the book, and that said that listen to your body, your dissatisfaction, your discontent, your hunger, your yearning. These are real voices within that want something true. The oracle of, she writes, with Wild Spirit Unbroken also brings you a message. You can recover from anything. You can heal from anything. There's nothing that has fundamentally damaged your spirit, your will, and your heart, no matter how broken those parts of you may feel at times. They have only ever been broken to heal stronger. They have not been broken beyond repair and never will be. So, I don't know, for me it was so moving. So since that day, I keep pulling one of the Quanine Oracle cards a day, and every day, like yesterday, I was going for a hen's night, and then I had my friend's birthday party, only females only, and I got this remember me, the divine mother within, so very like mother archetype, but also just this feminine feeling and connection between the women. And then today I felt like I'm so serious, I'm doing my morning meditation, pulling some cards, and I asked Quanine Oracle, like, what should I embrace today? And what does she give me? Play with me. So cool. So Yeah, Kuan Yin Oracle. I had to add her to probably decks that bust me open because right now that's what this deck does for me, and I haven't used it very much at all, even though I really enjoy the artwork, and I would never have traded it just because the artwork is incredible. So I show you a few more cards. You get cards printed sideways and lengthways, so it's a different approach. And you can find maybe this oracle a little bit strange because you just see this woman's figure like floating in the sky, and maybe it's just a bit hard to read. But actually there is this mood included in each of the cards, and you can read up on the cards in the booklet. They very extensively described. But the artwork is amazing, and the artwork was done by Wang Yiguang. I think I pronounced that right, and it's incredible. Just the detail of it, it's amazing. It's just so gorgeous. So yes, so Kuan Yin Oracle, and then also I have received a gift, even though I'm doing tarot diet. My husband bought me, it's in Polish, but it's about transurfing, and it's a translation of Vadim Zeland, it's a Russian guy, about translation of his book, Transurfing of Reality. And this book is published really beautifully, so each card is described on the page with a huge picture of the card, and it's very nicely done. So you get the informations, a lot of information about just the whole idea of transurfing and what it is. This book comes with these cards, they come in a box. It's called tarot, but has nothing to do with tarot. And each card is, as I said, described, and each card has a number and like a little few keywords or a sentence. So this one says self-confidence, and then they divide it in some inner and outer cards, and this one is a comfort zone. This one says your own path. This is a stop fighting. And this one is like conditioning or relationships between things. So when searching for love. So the cards are very interesting, I think. These are the backs. And in the booklet you can read that they want you to pull a card a day to get to know the deck and work with this certain idea of certain aspect of this transurfing of reality throughout the whole day, and then you pull another aspect of it, another card next day. So you do 78 days and you get a handle of what transurfing of reality is. Basically, just in short, I haven't really read the whole book yet, but basically transurfing seems to be just awareness in manifesting and creating your own reality, and how you are conditioned to think that things happen to you, whereas most of us know that you can and you are creating your own lives and reality. So these cards are to help you to discover, I don't know if you can see a little bit of, to discover what and how you can create your own reality. I'm not sure if it's published in English, maybe. If you know, just please comment. if you want me to show all of the cards, just let me know in the comments and I will show it to you, but I have to get to know them first. And I also wanted to show you which stone I was working this week with, and it's the last week of my storm element, and I was working with this beautiful seraphinite. Looks like a whale's tail. I also wore the little seraphinite wand which I made, and I played with this little tambo stone. And my storm element stones, this was my crystal guardian, so one of those beings that kind of I charged with the storm element, and as you can see it looks like a gate, like you can walk through it, or like a person that's a head and a body, but it's a Lemurian quartz. You can see the steps, so it's like, I don't know, feels very powerful and a great stone for initiations and changing. And there was my little danburite wand, which I was wearing the first week, or also the little steps here on the branch, so I loved it. Yeah, it's gorgeous danburite. And then I was working with zircon. I've never worked with this stone before. I was surprised how actually earthy and grounding it felt. Because, you know, during storm element, all the elements come to their power, and that's when they're the most powerful altogether. And then the last one was the black kyanite, like a little brush. So these were my storm element stones, and this is the last month of my course with Naisha Arzian. If you're interested in her work, you can check her out. I will link her below. And let me just say goodbye with this beautiful card. Remember to be playful. Remember to take it easy. Remember that the world probably was always not perfect, and the only thing you can really change is to change it from within and change it around your own family, around yourself. So stay good, have hope, and together we can do a lot, but we have to start with ourselves.